Hello, my name is Shirley Self, and I'm here to talk astrology. Tonight I wanted to talk about the planets, and I wanted to put them on the Kabbalah, which the Golden Dawn did for us very well, and I'm going to show you that Golden Dawn Kabbalah right there. That is the stairway to heaven. We see the snake upon the tree. The Golden Dawn did a lot of work on the Tarot, and the Tarot is on the Kabbalah. It is the connecting paths between the energies, the planets. The major arcana are there, and the Golden Dawn did a lot of work on the Tarot, as I said before, and 3 of the Tarot that we have that are most common came from the Golden Dawn. The Crowley deck, the Golden Dawn deck, of course, and the Waite deck all came from this community of light workers, or workers of magic. So here we have the Golden Dawn Kabbalah, and we have the planets on the Kabbalah. Instead of the names of the Sephiroth, I have the planets there. And up here at the top, I put the Neptune and Pluto. And I did that for a good reason. Well, when I had a dream that I was looking at I was actually meditating, but I tend to dream off. And I saw the solar system, and everybody was busily circling around the sun. And out at the edge was this big bobbly bubble of Neptune going around the outside edge of our solar system. And then there's this little BB of a fellow chasing in and out of her orbit, and that was Pluto. And I thought, my God, it's the egg and the sperm. So and Pluto is the planet of procreation. When you get pregnant, Pluto will be very much in evidence in your chart. So up there at the top, I put Pluto and Neptune, and then there's Uranus and Saturn and Jupiter, Mars, Sun, Venus, Mercury, the Moon, and here on Earth, reality. This is a picture of reality. It is a diagram of reality. Now, the snake shows the way of return. And actually, the moon phases go on here. Moon phase 1 will be your universe. Moon phase 2 here at the sun. Moon phase over here. 3 over here. 4, 5. And also 15, 16. You do it twice. It takes two of these to make a block. A philosopher's stone. But they are very helpful for each other because they kind of mirror each other and help you up. The last lifetime you had here at 1 helps 15 enormously. The last lifetime you had here at 2 helps 16 enormously, and so forth. So that's the stairway to heaven. That's the path of return. When we talk about the planets, so let's talk about the lightning flash, the path of the flaming sword, the fall. It starts up here, and here is your the original idea, the original impulse to make you is up here, and that impulse is set forth, and it becomes an idea of you, a blueprint. There is the blueprint. It is the outpouring force of the idea of you. It's wisdom. It knows what you are supposed to be. That's why Uranus is so damn stubborn. It knows what the blueprint says, and it's going to hold you to it. A blueprint of Uranus will grab you by the scruff of the neck and shake off everything that is not you, is not your path, is not your stuff. Okay, that's Uranus. Uranus, this glorious idea of you, and you're to actually try to achieve that in spite of the fact that you have to go through Saturn to get there. And Saturn is the form which restricts the force. It is, Saturn is restriction. And the restriction that you have coming, it has to meet a certain time. You have to come into a certain environment in which you can function and do your whatever they've got, the idea of you, it demands. And Saturn is also karma. So in order to be reborn into this earth, the situation's got to be set up correctly. This is also your genetics. So it is a definite restriction on the freewheeling idea of what you ought to be. After you go through this restriction, then you come down to here to Jupiter. And Jupiter is where you start getting into the equipment that belongs to the sun, the parts of the sun. And Jupiter is the nature of the form. This is the form, this is the nature of the form. This is your spiritual nature, your higher self. It's the limitless light. And it is said of Jupiter, the planet of mercy, there is no lower glory. Everything in here is just glorious. That's it. That's what you got. If you can't access your Jupiter, you got no glory at all. All right. And after the glory comes the form of the force. The force. And that is Mars. And he's called severity. And this path between them is very important and very fun. It's a path of strength. The strength. The truth is, you can't use that limitless light, the light of all your access to all consciousness, until you have tamed your Mars. Well, good luck. The Mars is the energy of the sun. It is the willpower of the sun. Here's our sun. This is the heart of ya. This is the sun. Wherever you've got the sun, that's where you're being educated. This, we all have this. We all have our sun is who we are learning how to be. I'm an Aquarius. I'm learning how to be a friend, for one thing. Anyway, I've got a long way to go. So this is who is being educated. This is a center where experience becomes knowledge. It is also the fiery energy that is both wrath and love. And this is love, the nature of the force. And it is Libra, actually, that rules the heart chakra. Libra, ruled by Venus, rules the heart chakra. And Venus is your fire. She's right below Jupiter, and she's where you contact your fire. It is in the earth that the fire resides. All right, and then over here we have your Mercury, and this is your own way of looking at things. Your own specialized consciousness of form. And And notice where you have this is the water triangle. It's downward pointing, and wherever you see that, it means consciousness. And so Mercury is where consciousness is built. And actually all of them. Without the experience of Mars and the reflective nature of Venus and the moon, the sun wouldn't learn anything. And below it all, we have the moon. Now the moon holds your past. Your past is consolidated into all your instincts. The moon is second chakra up, which rules your actually the moon is right. The moon is where the dragon is coiled. It is the foundation. It is it's your sex organs, and the moon is rules your subconscious. It is the moon that analyzes experience, analyzes event, and finds the meaning in it. Meaning is a personal thing, and it comes to you from the moon. The moon analyzes your dreams. Pay attention to your emotional reaction to dreams. That is the truth of the dream. And so that is your astral light. I will do a thing on the moon one time when I talk about magic. And then there's the kingdom. And we've come down the lightning flash. It is always happening, and you are always being born here in the kingdom. This is where you live. And this is Earth. And this is a symbol for Earth. And so that's about all I had to say about the Kabbalah and the planets. If you want to learn astrology, this is a tip. If you want to learn astrology, find out where the moon is. Is it in Aries? Right now for me, I think it has just moved into Scorpio. And so I'm into really deep stuff. You watch where the moon is, and then watch the world. Because when the moon is in Aries, that is one thing. When the moon is in Scorpio, that's a different thing entirely. And you can learn an awful lot of astrology by just paying attention to your calendar and knowing where is the moon. Anyway, I've enjoyed talking to you. I want to start on some Yates system, and starting at Moon Phase 1, and that's my next project. I might do a Chiron one too, because I'm studying Chiron. Anyway, God is blessed. Goodbye.